According to a recent report by the British media Daily Telegraph, 34-year-old Guo Wenjing is the fourth female fighter pilot in Taiwan's history. The cockpit of the USS fighter jet, and she took to the sky to face off with PLA fighter jets or bombers, which she has done many times. British media claimed that she is ready to obey all orders, including launching missiles at enemy aircraft. Let's not talk about whether the IDF Jingpo fighter jet can beat the active fighter jets of the People's Liberation Army. If you have the ambition to die, you can't help others. From this point of view, some officers and soldiers of the Taiwan military, including Guo Wenjing, who were ordered by the Taiwan independence elements, are ready to fight the PLA, and they are also mentally prepared to die in battle. War is ruthless, some people will survive and some people will die here. Watching the mosaic pictures in the Russian-Ukrainian conflict up close on the TV screen is just a visual impact. The disabled need post-treatment and maintenance recovery. There's also survivor benefits, which first need to be paid for by a government entity you're fighting for. However, the undeniable fact is that the war to regain Taiwan is over, and the puppet government in Taiwan has been banned. Where can your relatives go to ask for pensions for those Taiwan Army officers and soldiers who have become cannon fodder? Looking for Tsai Ing-wen or the Democratic Progressive Party? These people, these illegal organizations will all die at the same time as the war ends. So here comes the question, where do Taiwan military officers and soldiers who were disabled or killed in the war go for treatment and recovery? Who will pay for this expensive treatment? One thing is certain, the Chinese government will not bear the burden. In the same way, the relatives of those Taiwan military officers and soldiers who died in battle also have nowhere to receive pensions. The puppet government promised to you is gone, you say, who are you fighting for? Has he become a big grievance who can't die? In order to achieve the ultimate goal of the reunification of the motherland, the Chinese government does not hesitate to destroy some things and spend money to rebuild them. It will even give necessary assistance to the Taiwanese people who are centered, preoccupied. However, the central government has always been very clear about the major issues of right and wrong. National unity, this is the great principle that cannot be ambiguous or discounted in the slightest. Fighting against the People's Liberation Army, officers and soldiers of the Taiwan military who were brainwashed by Taiwan independence elements thought they were fighting for Taiwan, and Taiwan is an inalienable part of China. You are at war with your own country, and as long as you open fire, you are rebels against your motherland. Treating rebels who have no country, no roots, no clan, no family, any country, any period, is kill without pardon. That's right, death is 100, but it's hard for your family, you can see it for nothing. What about the disabled Taiwan military officers and soldiers? The scale of tens of thousands of disabled soldiers is not exaggerated. The United States will not accept these defeated soldiers, and Japan, which claims that whatever happens to Taiwan, is what happens to them, will not take them in. In the final analysis, it is hard for your parents, wives, or husbands. Disabled soldiers who survived the Taiwan army, you are even ashamed to face your neighbors. The neighbors are talking and laughing and have new jobs. After the holidays, take the high-speed train to Zibo for barbecue, and go to Dunhuang for a walk in the desert. What can you do? I can't do anything except sit in a wheelchair and wear diapers to drag my family down. With regard to these obvious realities and the prospect of the future, officers and soldiers of the Taiwan military, how determined are you to work for the Taiwan independence elements? Don't take chances, Taiwan must return to the motherland, whether you like it or not, whether it is a peaceful return or an armed reunification. No one can change this historical trend, and neither can the Americans change this inevitable reality. Send a sentence to the officers and soldiers of the Taiwan military, cherish life and save yourself in time.